Don't run for president. All my life, I've gotten really, look, we all get every once in a while a knock, but I got the greatest publicity. I was getting such great until I ran for office.
It's all about publicity with this guy. I want to bring in senior contributor Michael D'Antonio, the author of The Truth About Trump. But yeah, it's all about publicity for him. He loves to read his name in the newspaper and see it on TV.
Oh, sure. It's the first thing he ever said to me is, I remember when I got my name in the paper for the first time. I was 14 years old. I hit a home run. It was great.
Yeah.
And then he said to me, don't you remember every time you got your name in the paper? I said, no.
No.
No,
no, not really.
It's crazy. And even what he said about how he got such great publicity all along, that's not true.
That's not true either.
Right. But it doesn't matter. The truth doesn't matter.
Yeah. Go back and read some old newspaper clippings if you know, of Donald Trump, and then you'll see what he said is completely not true. Do you think he regrets running? I mean, do you think he ever wanted to be president?
I think he regretted it the moment he won. I don't think he regrets it now. I think.
Did you see his face on election night?
Oh,
he was
yeah.
stunned.
He was stunned, and when he met with Obama a few days after the election, he was so grateful. He said
he was sort of sitting there like this, like,
right, I can't believe I'm here.
Oh my gosh, what's happening here? Yeah.
And twice he said, this is a really good man, about Barack Obama.
Yeah.
And I think it was because Obama was saying, okay, you're the president now, here's how to be a president. And he was the first person to clue him in. It's a tough job.
You've known him for a while. You've covered him and very closely, and you sort of predicted this in a way. Right after the president took office, Howard Stern said this. This was February of 2017. Watch this.
I personally wish that he had never run. I told him that because I actually think this is something that it's going to be very detrimental to his mental health too, because he wants to be liked. He wants to be loved.
I remember that interview, and I was in a car, and I remember just saying, just turn that up a little bit, because, as they say, Howard was reading my soul. I thought the same thing, especially now, a president whose approval ratings were they're in the mid-30s, and now, do you think that he regrets that?
Oh,
because he wants to be loved by everyone. He's got the special counsel breathing down his neck now.
And
is Howard right?
Howard is right. And Howard does know enough about human nature. You listen to his interviews. He's very good.
He's the best.
He is. And so he's saying this is detrimental to Trump's mental health. What have we seen other than this man's mood swings? This is a person who is out of control. He's upset all the time.
Yeah.
So today, well, I'm upset. I'm going to fire McMaster. And then his attorney quits. And I mean, this is just one day.
But do you think he was upset? That's not what, I mean, we've been saying McMaster was going to be out for a while. I mean, a number of news organizations have been reporting that. And what has the White House been saying? It's fake. It's a false story. He even said it himself. It's a false story. It's fake news or what have you. Even from the podium, right? Sarah Sanders saying, oh, no, they were together today. Basically paraphrasing, he's got confidence or what have you. But he tries to change the headlines. I think Bolton was a headline changer, as Jeff Zelny reported at the top of the show. He tried to, but he can't.
Of course, he tried to, but he can't. But why did he need to change the headline? It was because he was upset about what he knew was coming. He knew CNN was going to do this interview with Karen McDougal. He knew McDougal was going to be more coherent than he ever has been. He, I'm sure, anticipated she was going to show more empathy for Melania than he has shown for his own wife. This woman actually welled up. Her eyes filled with tears. I wonder if the president's eyes have ever filled with tears over what he's done to his own wife.
Yeah.
So you've got this guy, his mood swings are worse than a 13-year-old's hormones would have them be, and we all have to cope with it.
That is a really good assessment, what you just said, because we don't know about his relationship with Karen McDougal, but he knew about his relationship with Karen McDougal, and he knew how compelling it would be. Whether it changes anything for his base, I mean, it certainly affects his family, and there are women out there who are going to say, you know what, this is disgusting behavior.
Well, is there anything more despicable than introducing your mistress to your wife and your daughter at the house of of the Playboy Mansion. I mean, this is a horrible photo that's now circulating on television and online, and it's just the tip of the iceberg. This is a scandalous life that this person has led, and it's all because of his unstable moods.
Well, talking about trying to change the subject, I'm just going to read this. When it says, he tweeted this morning. Remember when they were saying during the campaign that Donald Trump is giving great speeches and drawing big crowds, but he is spending much less money and not using social media, as well as crooked Hillary's large and highly sophisticated staff? Well, not